Welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I am Lupagus. Today we're going to talk about what exactly is Kirk Cousins trade value. Before we figure that out, be sure to subscribe to the channels, like the vids. We are just under 200 to go to get to 6,000 subscribers. Love to do that by the start of free agency. So hit that subscribe button, smash it, as the kids say. All right, let's talk about Kirk Cousins and what his trade value could be. The trade rumors just keep simmering away. The latest teams being mentioned that could be interested in Kirk Cousins: Seattle Seahawks, Indianapolis Colts. We've seen Russell Wilson dealt this week. We've seen Carson Wentz dealt. So now we kind of have the parameters. We got the low end, we got the high end. So let's just figure this thing out. Kirk Cousins, first of all, let's compare him to Russell Wilson. Not the quarterback Russell Wilson is, just because to me, Russell Wilson gives you that X factor. He is a guy who, when he's on the field, the game is never over until the clock is reading 0-0-0. You cannot say the same thing about Kirk Cousins, though. Kirk did have plenty of moments last year where he brought this team back in games where they looked like they were out of it, driving them back either to tie the game, to win the game, then have the defense blow it because they can't stop anybody. So Kirk Cousins, not quite the Russell Wilson status, but let's face it, he's a lot better than Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz struggled mightily last year in Indianapolis. He has some good games, and he just kind of looks horrible, throws horrible interceptions, makes bad decisions with the football. He got 2 third-round picks from the Washington Commanders. So Kirk Cousins is somewhere in the middle there. I would put him closer to Russell Wilson than I would closer to Carson Wentz. So you look at what Cousins done the last couple of seasons. I mean, he's thrown for 8,400 yards. He's had, what is the touchdowns here? A shit ton of touchdowns. Yeah, it's almost 70 touchdowns the last 2 years, 20 interceptions the last 2 years. I mean, he's been smart with the football. He's been accurate with the football. He's got good arm strength. Yes, sometimes he crumbles in big spots. That's always going to be his big knock. Doesn't show up in big moments. But, he has flashes. He had the Saints playoff game, so Kirk Cousins can, play big on a big stage. To me, you got to get at least a first-round pick and some kind of late day 2, early day 3 pick to go along with it. So I'm thinking a first-rounder, a third, a first-rounder, a fourth. Worst case, I think I would sell for is a first and a fifth. Maybe that 5th-round pick could be a conditional pick. You look at the Seahawks, they just got a shit ton of draft picks from the Denver Broncos. Colts got some extra picks to work with here. So, and they're a team, the Colts really are a team that would make the most sense. They're a team that's ready to compete. They're a quarterback away. Their defense is great offensive line. What a great situation for Kirk Cousins to be in, to play behind that old line. Strong running game. Got some good weapons there, Pittman Jr. So I think that would make the most sense to the Colts. We'll see what happens. I know Pat McAfee is on air right now screaming that he wants Kirk Cousins in Indy. Hopefully it happens, and hopefully the Vikings get, like I said, I think it's a first and the third would be the ideal compensation for Kirk Cousins. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What is Kirk Cousins' trade value in your opinion? And what should the Vikings hold out for? We don't want to see him settle for anything, take a crappy deal just to get rid of him, just to unload him. But let me know in the comments. And guys, always keep your skull in your hole.